In question number 5, we're looking at what is called the target price system. This is a little bit different way of going in and trying to achieve a higher price for the supplier without going in and actually passing a law like a price floor that's going to create shortages, or I'm sorry, surpluses in the market. What they're looking at here, and you notice the way we're starting out this graph, we have an equilibrium of $2, and at $2 the corresponding quantity is going to be 4,000 bushels. Now what the government wants to guarantee to the suppliers is a price of $3 per bushel for wheat. So when you go in and you look at this $3, you have to think about this backwards and think, well, if the price were $3, then farmers would be willing and able to supply 5,000 bushels of this wheat. Alright, so if you work this backwards then under the price target system, at 5,000 bushels, then demanders would only be willing to pay $1.50 per bushel. So if you go down here, it says under the price target system, consumers purchase, and we're going to put in 5,000 bushels, at a price of $1.50 per bushel. So that comes from the idea that we start here at $3. The sellers would be willing and able to sell 5,000 bushels, but if the demanders were going to buy 5,000 bushels, then they would only be willing to pay $1.50 for each one of those bushels. Then what's going to have to happen is, since demanders are only paying $1.50, and the government wants farmers to have $3 for that grain, the difference between the two is going to be $3 minus $1.50, or the government is going to have to kick in $1.50 per bushel for the 5,000 bushels of grain that the suppliers are going to be supplying. So if you go in and take $1.50 and you multiply it by 5,000, you get a number of $7,500 that the government is going to have to kick in to pay these wheat farmers. Now they ask too, under the price support system, if you actually go in and put in a price floor of $3, then what's going to happen in this market? Well, just like before, if we go in and we put the line across at $3, so there's your price floor, then the quantity demanded is going to be 2,000. So consumers are going to purchase 2,000 bushels of wheat at the price of $3 per bushel. $3 per bushel. So what's going to happen then is the amount that the government is going to have to purchase is going to be the difference between the two, alright, at the price of $3. So at $3, the quantity supplied is going to be 5,000. The quantity demanded is going to be 2,000. So 5,000 minus 2,000 is going to be 3,000 times the $3 that the government is giving. So that's going to equal $9,000. Alright, so then what's going to happen is if you go in and you start looking at this, which of the following comparisons is going to be true of the price support system and the price support system and the price target system? As it turns out, farmers are going to earn the same amount of total revenue under both systems, right? That is not going to change. Now when you go in though and you look at the price, the target price system, you notice I never said anything about a surplus that was going to be created in that market, and so therefore there's never any surplus, there's never any, if you will, inefficiency in the market, because there was never a law passed stating what that price necessarily had to be in the market. Now the government has to pay storage cost of wheat under the target price system, and that is not true because the government isn't actually going in and buying the surplus at this time. It's just going in and giving farmers a targeted price, in this case $3, for their particular product.